Hey guys, Joe McCall, how you doing? Listen, I'm going to do a couple case studies here for you talking about automated wholesaling and how easy it is to set up a business to run for you in spite of you and to really treat it as a business, all right? So I'm just going to dive right in, not waste much time introducing this. So just a few weeks ago, we did a deal where I had literally zero involvement in the deal. My assistant sent the marketing, my VA pre-screened the leads, put everything into our CRM, and we partnered with a local wholesaler that did the rest of the deal. And I didn't even know about this deal until I got a notice in Slack about a $5,000 wire to my account. So this was a couple deals weeks ago. My half of the profit was $5,000. I had zero involvement in the deal, and I am including a link to the recording that I did. I interviewed my local wholesaler that I'm partnering with, and down below this video you'll find a recording to that call. So I just wanted to share with you some things here to talk about the deal and how we got the deal and the list that we mailed to and all that. But I just wanted to show you we use Podio. Everything was managed here in Podio. You can see the tasks that are in there, all right, and some pictures of the deal. This was actually a condo. This was a postcard to a high equity lead. I'm going to show you in a minute how we pull that list. This was a seller, out-of-town seller in Kansas City. And by the way, I'm in St. Louis if you didn't know that. The guy left a friendly voicemail. My seller, my VA called them back. He just wanted to get done with it. He wanted to move on. The townhome is in a good area. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,900 square feet. It's worth about $160. We offered about $105,000, and the rehab was about a $30,000 rehab. All right. Now, this was a free and clear property. I love free and clear properties, right? He just wanted to be done with the deal. We gave him a soft pass offer first on the phone, and many times my virtual assistant does that. I never actually met the seller, and the wholesaler that I work with never met the seller either. He signed everything electronically, closed with the title company in the other city. The VA that we are using is working out really, really well. She gets all the information. It's all managed inside of Podio, and she does all the follow-up. Now, I'm going to share with you real quick here how we got the list and the actual calculator that I'm going to be also including down below in a link if you want to use it as well. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, so one of my favorite places to get lists of absentee owners or high equity owners, or when I'm doing lease options, I sometimes mail to people who bought with FHA or VA loans because they don't have much equity. I love ListSource, and one of my favorite lists, and in fact this list where we got this particular deal from, was a high equity list. And I'm going to show you real quickly and easily how we got it, okay? It's super easy. Inside of ListSource, I get leads for about 3 cents a name. If you go to it, I think it's going to be about 10 to 15 cents a name. I do help out my coaching students a little bit, just a little plug for my coaching program, where I can get them those leads for 3 cents as well. So let's just do geography. I'm going to go into zip code. I'm just going to look at one zip code that I like to go into, okay? I'm going to do add. There's 16,000 homeowners there. I'm going to go to mortgage, and this is a little trick that one of my students told me about once, about many years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. It's so awesome. You can go to loan to value, okay, or you can go to property and go to percent equity. If you go to property here, go to equity percent, you can do this the same way. I just do it in mortgage. I go to loan to value, and I do unknown. And I add that in. What does that mean? That just means that the county records or ListSource, whatever, doesn't know if there's a mortgage on this property or not, which means what? There isn't one, okay? It's fantastic. Now, if you wanted to, you could say, all right, also give me 1 to 50%, all right? But for just this case study here, I'm going to show you just do unknown, all right? Then I'm going to go to property, and I want to make sure it's just a single-family residence. So I'm going to go to residential SFR, single-family residence. That's 4,400. And I also might want to say, all right, the last market sale date at least 10 years ago. I'm going to go 1900. Oops. Let's go 1900 to 2007. There you go. Just in that one zip code, guys. This is so cool. I have 1,300 homeowners that bought over 10 years ago that have unknown equity in their house, which is, now every county is different, but I found this list is pulling really, really well for us right now, okay? And that's it. You can go in and you buy the list. If you wanted to, you could say, all right, also give me bedrooms. I only want people that have at least 3 to 5 bedrooms, and that drops it down to 1,100. It's a fantastic list to mail to. So one of the things I teach my students to do is find the best zip codes to target, where you go in and find where the most activity is. Go in there and target the high equity people. Now, it doesn't matter if they're owner occupants or absentee owners, it doesn't matter. And send them mail. Send them postcards. It's a fantastic list, all right? So now I'm going to show you the postcard. Okay, I forgot. I first wanted to show you my calculator. Before I show you the postcard, I want to show you the calculator. This is a real simple calculator that my VAs sometimes use. Sometimes we calculate the offers right inside of Podio. But in here, this is a simple calculator that I'll share with you. The link is down below. My VAs just put in the numbers into the yellow fields here. So let's say the house is worth $160,000, and we're going to offer 75% of that. And let's say it needs, it's about a 1,600 square foot apartment, and the seller says, well, it doesn't need repairs on the phone, so I'm going to add in $5 a square foot, and I want to make 10 grand in an assignment fee, so I'm going to offer about $102,000 cash. Okay, that after repair value, when you're making the initial offer, I just use Zillow, or if you wanted to, you could use the average of Zillow, Appraisal, and RealQuest or something like that. Okay. Let's say the market rents on this house is $1,400. So I make 3 options whenever we're sending an offer to the seller. Sometimes my wholesaler says just send a cash offer. If it's a nicer home, sometimes we'll send 3 different options. We'll send a cash offer, a sandwich lease option offer, and a seller financing offer. Okay. So the market rents are $3,500. This is where I'm going to stay in the middle. It's a sandwich lease option. I want at least 15% equity in the deal, and I want at least 5 years. So I will offer $136,000. Now, here's the crazy thing about seller financing. What we do and what we teach is sometimes you can offer sellers the Zillow value minus repairs, all right, at full. You can offer them full price as long as they would accept your terms, right? So on this offer, it just feeds over from this, okay? So that doesn't actually need to be yellow, does it? And the repairs come from over there. The offer price will be $152,000. I'm giving them full price if they agree to my terms. And what are my terms? I'm going to give them half of market rent as a principal-only payment, so 0% interest, all right? I'll give them $1,000 down, and so it's going to be seller financing, principal-only payments for 18 years. And just so you can see how my offer goes up from cash, I can close in a week, a month, whatever, for $102,000. Then I might offer a sandwich lease option. The price is a little higher. Or I'll even offer more on even better terms with seller financing, okay? So these are some simple numbers that you can put in there. And then your VA can go in from county records and put in the owner's information and today's date and things like that in this calculator I'm going to send to you. And then there's a lot of detailed instructions that I'm not going to walk through with this right now, but there's an add-on, a Google Docs add-on called Autocrat. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is go to YouTube and do a search for Autocrat tutorial, and they'll show you how to use it and how to set it up. But the way I've got it here with Autocrat tutorial, when you click that open button, it'll actually run the thing and put it into 3-option letter of intent, which I have right here I like to send. So this is a letter that we send out. My VAs send it through Podio. It's all about making offers, right? So we make offers to every single seller of the lead that comes in. There's another way to do this with this add-on in Google Docs called Doc Variables. And again, if you want more information about this, just go to YouTube and do a search for Doc Variables. This is amazing. And you can actually go into Doc Variables and open it up, and it'll do all the merging for you from these offers by this field over here on the right. Okay, so I could put today's date. All right, I could put the seller's name in here, and I'll just pause this video for a second while I put this all in here, okay? All right, so what happens then is the letter gets filled out with all the stuff. You can see your date there and the seller's name, and it's, hey, it was nice talking to you about your house there. And as we talked on the phone, we're the premier real estate investing company in the Chesterfield area. We can buy your house as is for a fair price and close on any date of your choice. And then it gives them options. It's a simple 3-option letter of intent. The cool thing about this, guys, is the VA, from using my systems, can mail this to the seller and print it and mail it to the seller through click-to-mail. My VA does this, so my VA in the Philippines is not printing this thing from the Philippines and sending it, but they can do it through Google Docs. So right here, there's another add-on called Click-to-Mail. Again, go to YouTube, do a quick search for click to mail, and you can actually mail this document if you have credits already in your click to mail account. You can actually, they will print this and mail it, and it's about 88.90 cents to mail this thing. And we send them 3 offers. And why do we send it? Because we always make offers on every single house. And one of the case studies down below, I talk about James. He's always sending offers to every single house lead that he comes in, and he's crushing it. He's doing a lot of deals because of that. So always, always, always be making offers. That's what your competition is not doing, okay? And it's so simple. When you talk to a seller, I send a message to the VA, and the VA can type all the information into the CRM, Podio, or FreedomSoft, whatever it is that you're using, and can send the offer by email and by mail, and then you start following up with them, okay? So this is a real simple calculator. I'm going to give you view-only permissions, so when you click the link down below, just go make a copy of this calculator or download it as a spreadsheet, okay? And then take a look at the add-ons that I told you about. Autocrat is one of them, and then there's another add-on called Doc Variables and one by Click to Mail, okay? Cool. All right, now, I gave you the list that we used, how we made the offers, and the calculator that we use to make offers, and then here's the postcard that we like to use. Now, we use a lot of different postcards. We're always switching them around, but I like handwritten postcards, and the cool thing about this is you can use this in any click-to-mail or any kind of system with any mail company, because all you're changing is the address at the top of the postcard. And it says, I would like to buy your house, the one at the address above. If you'd like to sell, please call me. I pay cash. Real simple, isn't it? So this postcard works really well. And this isn't like the magic bullet postcard. A lot of postcards work well, but on this particular deal that we have the case study on, this is the postcard that we use. So feel free to take it and use it. Now, I want to give you some more case studies, and I'm going to talk about a few of them real quick. This just came in this morning on my Facebook group page with my coaching students. I'm so excited. Alfonso did a deal, made $36,500 on it, and this was a deal outside of his market. And the cool thing about Alfonso is that he just says, all right, I'm going to figure out how to do this. And he got a seller that responded to one of the pieces of marketing that he sent out. And this was a commercial property. He has no idea what to do with a commercial property. This is in another market. But he still went out and took action anyway and made $36,000. It's so cool. I'm so proud of him. Another case study, and this is an interview that you're going to see down below. It's with a student of mine, Sean Stewart. Right now he's spending about 30 minutes a week doing 2 to 3 deals a month, just using the simple automated wholesaling stuff that I talk about. In a Midwestern market from Maryland, he's making more money than he is in his full-time job, but he still doesn't want to quit. Now, in that case study, we're going to talk about the importance of, there's really 2 keys, finding a good local wholesaler to work with and finding a good virtual assistant. And obviously, number 3 would be having the right systems in place, okay? Now, meet David Dodge. David is another student of mine. I have a video with him down below. He signed up for my deal coaching program. Within 2 weeks, he did a deal. And one of the things that we were working with him on was holding him accountable to his scorecard. And it was a phenomenal success. David's crushing it right now. Within 6 weeks, he was averaging 1 or 2 deals a week. Now he's doing 12 to 15 deals a month. His net profit on each deal is about $9,000. And he said in the last text message that he sent me, still focused on growing, putting systems in place and processes in place so that the VAs can do more and more for us, okay? And that's what this automated wholesaling system is all about. Now meet James Dunwoody, another friend of mine. I interviewed him down below. Check that out. He's flipping turnkey properties that they will fix up and sell to out-of-state landlords. He's averaging 8 to 10 a month, and he's doing a lot of automation right now through Podio. Lots of marketing, uses a call center, and again, like I was saying before, he sends an offer to every single seller that comes in. He's using my calculator that I showed you right inside of Podio, and he has someone else that looks at all of his properties. He's doing really well. So listen to that case study. You're going to get a lot out of it. Now, Luke makes $31,000 on his last lease option deal, which is amazing. He made $16,000 up front, and he has a $15,000 note on the property. He's mixing different creative financing strategies with lease options and seller financing. He's doing really well. And he's doing what I taught him, how to market, how to automate his marketing, and he's sending text messages through Podio to sellers, and the VAs do all the marketing for him. Now, I talk a lot about Podio, but you can do a lot of what I teach with whatever CRM that you are using. Now, this is Ronnie Jones. This was a deal from a little while ago, but he's doing deals while traveling around in his RV, and his first deal working with us was over $25,000. And I love this text message here. He sent me this. He said, "Hey, been a while since we talked. I get calls periodically from people that are looking to get started with you. But I always give them the truth that I've gotten so much value in working with you guys. The reason I'm contacting you is because I closed on another property today. I have closed on many properties, so it's not a surprise. But what's notable about this one is that he's in Oregon right now, a month into a 2-month RV trip out west. And it was about a year and a half ago when I stumbled upon a podcast where this crazy guy, yours truly, was talking about flipping properties while on an RV trip. And I just wanted to send a nice message to say thanks and keep on keeping on. So I love it, man. If you don't know, I've been to Europe twice in the last 3 or 4 years with my family of 6 for 3 months at a time, flipping deals in the U.S. in multiple different markets. And a couple years ago, we went on an RV trip for 3 months around the northwestern corner of the United States, flipping deals from the RV, all right? So that's why I created this automated wholesaling program. Now, I just did a podcast interview. I want to encourage you guys to listen to this with Josh and Jesse Davis. They're missionaries in Africa, and they're able to support themselves doing deals in 6 different markets virtually. And it was such a great podcast interview. The link for that will also be down below. Now, why am I doing all this? Why am I sharing these case studies? Well, to brag on my students, for one, but I'm also looking for some people to work with before I officially relaunch my Automated Wholesaling 2.0 coaching program. When I first created it a couple years ago, I was in Prague, and as you know, in the last couple years, a lot has changed in the market with automation and tools and systems and things like that, so I want to update it. The folks I've been working with since then, they're doing awesome. The results have been amazing, but I'm creating a new case study group, and this case study group is going to be all about creating simple, automated wholesaling businesses. Now, I already talked about the technology and markets changing fast, but we're going to be talking about how to treat this as a real estate investing business. Now, we're going to be talking about wholesaling, lease options, and land deals. We're actually flipping a lot of land right now in Colorado and Oregon in the middle of nowhere. We're flipping these land deals, and we're using automation and systems, and I'm using partners to do this. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to be focusing on the 3 main components of having a successful wholesaling business: marketing, automation, and delegation. That's what our focus is going to be. So here is some of what we're going to be covering during the 5 weeks. Number 1, we're going to be talking about, in week 1, designing a lifestyle business that you want to have. And it centers around a marketing plan. Well, actually, it centers around having a vision for your life first, and then designing a business around that. Then to design that business, you need a marketing plan. And we're going to be diving deep into figuring out what markets you want to be in. What are the zip codes inside of that market? What kind of deals do you want to do? Lease options or wholesaling or land flips? We're going to be diving into that. And then we're going to be creating a marketing plan and a scorecard. And that's so important. All those students that I talked about before, they're doing a lot of deals because they keep track of their numbers and they're held accountable to a coach or to a friend or whatever, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. Week 2, we're going to be talking all about automation and systems with an emphasis on simple. Now, I've complicated it before in the past, and I've paid for it. It's important that you keep it really, really simple. And if a system is too complicated, then it needs to be scratched. You shouldn't be using that, okay? We're going to be focusing on really, really simple systems to automate everything. Then we're going to be talking about building your virtual team, delegating what you can't automate. This is really important. I talk about this a lot. We need to stop asking how and start asking who. I talked about this on a podcast recently. We need to create marketing systems. Instead of figuring out how to dive deep and to create these really fancy, long, standard operating procedures on each of these marketing things, we need to just say, look, who can I get to do this for me? We know what we need to do. Who can I get to do that? And I talk about that, how to find, hire, and train your own $2, $3 an hour virtual assistants to do all your marketing for you. If you want somebody that's better on the phone, maybe you're looking at some more money, but we're going to dive into deep on how to do this. So my point is this: stop trying to fix your weaknesses, guys. Start outsourcing them. If you don't have the time or the time to do a lot of marketing, then get someone else to do it for you, right? And we're also going to be talking about how to find partners with other people. So you may have the time, but you don't have the money to do marketing. So partner with somebody who has the money for marketing, but not the time. Do you see where I'm going? All right, in the 4th and 5th weeks, we're going to be talking about marketing. I thought about doing this first because marketing is obviously the most important, but you could be doing all the right marketing, and if you don't have the right systems or the right team in place, you're going to be wasting a lot of your time and resources on valuable leads and marketing. So we're going to be diving deep into the marketing that's working best today. We're going to be talking about direct mail. We're going to be talking about targeting sellers and landlords on Craigslist using text messaging and how to automate all of that. How to make offers on the MLS and how to have a VA do all that for you. And talk about the auto dialer, the systems that we're using to auto dial tons and tons of people. This is my favorite subject of all marketing, and we're going to be looking at this as a business. All right, not getting overwhelmed with like all these different marketing things that we can be doing, but focusing on a few different things that really, really work well and getting them automated and systemized and then scaled from there. So we're going to be diving deep into these topics, okay? This is so much fun. So bottom line, any one of these topics that I'm talking about can immediately move the needle for you and your business. And I'm going to be working with a small group personally over the next few weeks. Now, I only want to work with a handful of people that can implement this stuff, test it, and then report back on their results. So I want to be using your business as a case study to apply these strategies. I'm ready to get started right away, and I'm inviting you to join this case study. So this is how it's going to work, all right? This is going to be 5 or 6 modules, and we're going to be releasing the modules on Tuesdays. It's going to be a couple videos from me teaching some stuff, and then I'm going to be giving you also 1 to 2 additional interviews from other investors that are doing this stuff right now. We're going to then have a group call on Thursdays. It'll be group coaching calls. It'll be recorded. If you can't make it, that's fine. And if you can't make it, you can email your questions in advance, and I'll make sure to answer all of them. So we're going to be talking about what we just taught. We're going to be brainstorming specific strategies for you and your business, and you can then put it into action and report on your results, okay? Now, I really, really want to create some great case studies out of this, so I'll be spending one-on-one time with you to make sure we can maximize your results. The more you implement, the more I'll be willing to work with you. We're going to be working closely together, so I'd like to make sure you have the time to dedicate to this, all right? Now, my regular coaching costs anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. The total cost for this 5-week program is $1,500, or you can do 3 payments of $500. I'd love to work with you. We're starting next week, so click one of the buttons below to get more information about it, okay? Listen, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a lot of fun, and let me know if you have any questions, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.